Okay, guys, welcome back to Crypto Talk. So let's run down a few things with you on Bitcoin and of the overall crypto market. So what we've got here this is a 12-hour. I drew out this earlier from our Patreon group, and I posted this on Twitter later on. But basically, if this lower high holds, and it looks like it's going to at the moment, but no guarantee, as long as you don't roll over, you have an ABC correction that's finished, and it's going to push off into a 5-wave impulse. So I am by no means a Elliott wave expert, but this is basically what it looks like. It's a common sense kind of projection. And then that would kind of bring us towards the range I keep talking about, the 120s. 114 is still another one I have other projections that I've been talking about for a while. When that happens, who knows? That could be next week. It could be 6 weeks from now. There's a lot of bullish stuff coming out. The U.S. dollar just fell off the face of the earth, and it's funny that Bitcoin is now finally reacting to it. Global money printing is going wild. Global debt cycle has just started. You're having interest rates starting to fall here in the U.S. I think that was big catalyst for today on the stock market was interest rates started falling. Tariff stuff is hit or miss. It's a bunch of fear mongering that allows markets to sell off and then institutions to buy back into it. But you can see here, let me zoom out a little bit further for you here on the daily. We are back within range, guys. So we're literally, the daily candle sat on the bottom of this range. So usually once you're back in range, you have a next move to the top of the range. So it doesn't happen quickly. Sometimes it does. But our next point of attack was actually, it's funny, I drew that almost perfectly. The POC coming in at 96,000 is our next point of control, point of attack. I believe we filled that. Yeah, 93.6 is where that CME gap was. We filled and then dumped. So we won't even get into that. Everyone else has talked about it enough. So top of the range is coming in, roughly speaking, about 105,967. You got to get back above that. So if you don't understand what range deviation is, it just basically means you have an average area, and usually you have a default move above or beyond that to fake people out. Usually you have manipulation one way or another. So in this case, usually the move is opposite of the trend. In this case, we had a manipulation down. You liquidated all long traders going back all the way down to nearly, the very beginning of October or November of 2024. So literally before Thanksgiving. And you have, you guys understand, it's just a wave. So we're moving up or moving down. So if you don't understand that theory, it's really simple. You're going to basically come up, come back down, and then you're going to go back up. Then you're going to come back down. And then guess what? Back up. That's works just fine in consolidation patterns. That's every bull market, every bear market has up highs and lows for a range. So that is where we are currently speaking. There's not much else to talk about the time being. I haven't made too many videos because there's really not much to talk about. This whole range is boring as hell. Unless you caught one of these massive candles. I made a bunch of money coming in here. I missed the short coming down here. Made a bunch of money coming in here, and then I kind of missed everything and just made some more money yesterday and today doing this. So you don't always have to take a trade. There's certain days, like most of New York today was boring. There was nothing happening. So there's no point of being chopped out of a range. So with that said, let's zoom in a little bit for you and see what I'm talking about. So the good chunk of the day was either sideways or dumpy. There was no in between. It was either ranging and then dumped, and then stair-stepped its way down, and then ranging. You want to be at the top of these ranges. You want to either be getting in for a short here, looking for a long down here. You don't want to be anything in the middle. That is usually chop central unless you've got some key levels you're paying attention to. If I turn on my Mongo Pro Trader here, you'll see we're back above all the moving averages. I entered down here on the last trade I just took. Or was it? Yeah. So we're sitting on EMAs back over here. Excuse me, it's down here. Yeah. So basically, we're sitting on the VWAPs, and then once from that happened, I was off to the races. So, actually, it was back here. The trade I just took was literally sat on the VWAP for like 5 minutes, and then I put it along at that point, and then we just started to take off. So. That's kind of where we stand. So basically, if you know your support resistance flips and also key levels of your daily VWAP here in blue, your purple is the monthly and the yellow is the dotted lines are the VWAPs, by the way. And then the yellow dotted line is the weekly. The yellow is the 200 smooth moving average. The purple is the 200 regular EMA. The blue is the 9. The red is the 20. The 50 is the green. And then I already mentioned that the 100 is the orange. So you want to pay attention to these. It looks like we had another breakout here at the top. I'll zoom in a little bit for you. We have some liquidity up here at 93, which I kept talking about the past couple days. So that's been my target for the near term. I do expect a rejection once we get up there. Let's scroll left. You want to be really specific. Right in the middle of that order block, I'll shoot a ray here for you. You guys can screenshot this and copy to your chart. This is based on MEXC. But right about there, 93,187 will be a good short position if you have confirmation. What does confirmation mean? I get that all the time in Discord and the Patreon group that's learning and or classmates. So confirmation is a pump through, a rejection, another push up, and another rejection. And technically, once you break structure here, if you get another push up again, that's looking for another entry point to come back in, to come move back down. So you're waiting for market structure to break. So basically, you would have broken structure here likely if it wasn't a straight line. Sometimes it is, and it's not market structure breaks. You need to wait for market structure to start breaking itself down, which means you're putting in lower highs and lower lows. So and then usually you want to hide your stop loss above one of those local highs, or yeah, basically speaking. So that's that. I have been trading Trump coin a lot. Trump coin has been pretty much, not always, but the carbon copy of Bitcoin, except it moves between 15 to 40% faster. Not always, it's manipulated too. I've seen it literally get held down while Bitcoin runs, and all of a sudden it pops. So this measured move was about the same, believe it or not, for Bitcoin and for Trump coin, but these drops are about 25% greater than with Bitcoin. So you just need to be more careful. I'll use lower leverage and or a lower position size. On most exchanges like MEXC, you can't even do 100x leverage on something like Trump coin. I think they cap you at 50. And my goodness, the people over at MEXC are crazy. They literally have now 400x. I haven't been over there in a while. Came back to test out some things, and lo and behold, it used to be 200, now it's 400x. It's crazy. No real short-term targets here. I'm not going to talk about that. There's really, until Bitcoin breaks above 93,000, there's not much for me to talk about. I kind of want to get on here and talk about a few things in general. Friday, we have some big news coming out with the Trump administration is going to talk about what's in the crypto fund and or reserve asset basket for cryptocurrencies. Hopefully an update on regulations, what tax exempt cryptos will be, which I think these are going to make them US based, which would basically mean there's no capital gains tax for those of you holding Fusio token in the future. You can buy, sell, and trade Fusio token, and you are tax exempt according to what we are hearing. It is not set in stone yet, so pay attention on Friday whenever that person in his cabinet administration makes an announcement. Like he's got a crypto czar. So here's another little thing I just noticed. A lot of times you got 3 drives down. So let me turn this off. So you got one here, and here. Usually they're exhaustions on 3 drives down, then you'll have 3 drives up. So you'll do get 1, 2, 3. See if I have an example here. There's nothing locally on Bitcoin. You could have maybe one here. 1 locally. Need the right drawing tool first. Get 1 here. Get 1 here. And let's say it retraces back down. You get 1 more push back up here. And then same thing really locally. You can see if you zoom in a little bit too on these tops. Zoom out a little bit. Not really. You got a 1 and a 2. Got a Bart Simpson playing out here. Bart Simpsons are usually distribution. This is usually a double top. It's going to flush if that's the case. So if you're looking to trade Bitcoin right now and you got a double booby pattern here on the market Cipher B, that's usually a good indication for shorts. Let's zoom in and get a little really granular here. Get rid of that. So we can see what's going on. By the way, if you don't wipe your charts, one of the biggest mistakes I had earlier on was I was just really cluttered. So as much as everyone thinks my charts now are just too much crap on them, you should see them when they're just, you have weeks of drawings on them. It's a mess. So I would highly suggest deleting that stuff on a regular basis. Turn on some support resistance flip levels. Let's turn on the indicators. There we go. Yeah, VWAP's down here, so that's probably your local target. If you can keep bouncing on the VWAP, you may get a rollover. So this looks like they've mitigated the current high. I still have a target up here. It doesn't mean you can't come back down and then just swoop up later for the London Open. But not much else is going on. Paying attention to AI coins like Schizo here. That thing has been falling like a rock, but it's a good time to buy it. Look at that. It's a falling channel. If I had more money, I'd throw at it, but I don't have any. So let's take a look. See. Somebody else pointed out the fact that this here looks just like this here. You had this fake out and then run. Very similar conditions, except there was more free-flowing money and nearly 0% interest rates because of COVID dip. So there's that aspect. This is the 2-week, so not exactly the same. You had a big 2-week candle here. We've got 4 weeks here of kind of downside. Although we just started the second candle wick because it's now 10 days in, but very similar. And then a big push up. I do hope we get more of a drawn-out version, more like this one. This was a stunted double top because COVID kind of made all the rest of the debt cycle market and the global interest rates and all that stuff that controls markets finished too early. It blew off 6 months early. So I'm hoping we get a further push for Bitcoin this go-around. So I still have a $340,000 price target based on math. Is that realistic? I don't know. Is it going to happen? Could be. Is it guaranteed? No. A lot of other people are talking about 240,000 being the number. Keep in mind, we're all we all have PTSD from 2021. Got shafted. This should have been, based on math, $160,000 Bitcoin, and we got, what, 78 or 67. So keep that in mind. Money flows coming back in here on the 2 weeks. Let's turn down the 1 week here. Yeah, you got kind of a bull flag. I think it's done its job, guys. It's mitigated quite a ways down. 3-day. 3 days got a beautiful trigger wave. Money flows come back up. RSIs, VWAP, all going up. Lovely. We just have to get below this neckline here. Really got to get above, let's call it 92,000. You're really back in the range at that point in time, just based off of just market structure, not based off of value area low and high drawings. 1 day. Funky. You got manipulation here, but basically that's a really ugly W pattern starting out. All right. Not much else to talk about, guys. Just got to wait. I think by the end of the week, I think Saturday is going to be a really big Saturday. So Wednesdays and Saturdays have been the big mover days for crypto the past 3 months. So I don't see this being any different outside the Sunday night pump, Monday dump. So you had 1, 2, 3 days of dumpiness here on Bitcoin, and I've got this is 12 hours, excuse me, it's not days, but let's say day and a half, so 36 hours of dumpy, and then now we've got nearly 48 hours of pumpy. So get back above. We're also hitting your head on the green 50 EMA here on the 12-hour. You need to get back above that, but as long as we hold above 90,500, I'm bullish just because it stays above our value area low and access support. We could even come back down and back test it and move even higher to be more bullish, just to cement that as a support resistance flip level. We're currently above 2 other ones here marked as well, 91,510 and then 91,130. So you can mark those levels, but that's it, guys. Nothing to say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, head to Crypto Blackwall on Twitter, the Blockart Discord. Need some more information on Fusio, the token launch, the airdrop, the wallet. We'll have a whole tutorial video. We've got marketing campaigns about to start up. Paid a bunch of people a bunch of money to start that for us here very soon. So we'll have some prototypes and some other fun stuff to start showing you what we've been working on for the past 3.5 years. If you need some private coaching, head over to my Patreon account. You get Mongo Pro Trader for life once you're in there, and also you get your hourly coaching with me weekly to kind of run down some things with you. That will probably get reduced over time as my time gets more strenuous in terms of my 2 jobs plus crypto and everything else. But right now I'm giving everybody else that's relatively new to the Discord, or excuse me, the Patreon account, a full hour of time per week with me if needed. If not, I can just send you signals basically in the chat. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for your support. Bye.